On May 18, 2017, a 17-year-old boy named Hemant from Guna, Madhya Pradesh, left his home with money from his father to purchase a second-hand bike. Hemant had already made the deal for the bike and went with his friends to finalize it. However, despite being away for a long time, Hemant didn't return home, which worried his father, Antar Singh. He repeatedly tried calling Hemant, but his phone was switched off. Worried, Hemant's father went to the Guna police station to report his son's disappearance. Initially, the police assumed that Hemant was likely out partying or roaming around with his friends, especially since he had money with him. But the next day, Hemant's father received a call from Hemant's phone number, though it wasn't Hemant on the line. The caller demanded Rupee 50 lakhs to ensure Hemant's safe return and threatened not to involve the authorities. Though Hemant's father pretended to agree to the caller's demands, he immediately informed the police, suspecting a kidnapping. The police began their search, but Hemant remained untraceable. 2 days later, an anonymous caller reported finding a badly burned body near a railway line in Patel Nagar, which the police initially feared was Hemant's. However, upon identification, they discovered the body was not Hemant's, but his friend, Hrithik's. The investigation took a dark turn as the police realized that, while Hemant was missing, one of his friends had been murdered. The mystery deepened, and suspicions grew. Hrithik's death raised concerns that perhaps Hemant's disappearance and Hrithik's murder were connected. The police further uncovered that Hemant had a close group of friends: Lokesh, Hrithik, Sanskar, and Honey Dubey. Despite Hemant's affluent background, his father worked in the irrigation department. He often visited Honey Dubey's mother, Poonam Dubey, at her home, where he was seen in dubious company. Poonam Dubey, known for her connections with criminal elements and a controversial reputation, became a key suspect. Her son, Honey Dubey, was also close to Hemant. As suspicions grew, the police interrogated Hemant's friends and discovered that Hrithik was missing until his burnt body was found under the bridge in Patel Nagar. After that, Lokesh Ladhai, another friend, was also found murdered in a similar fashion. As the police probed further, they found that Poonam Dubey was not only an influential woman with many connections, but also greedy and manipulative. When she learned about Hemant's wealthy background, she began exploiting him, even convincing him to bring her jewelry from his home. Their relationship reportedly escalated, eventually leading to an affair. Hemant's relationship with Poonam was eventually discovered by her son, Honey, which led him to despise Hemant. Consumed by hatred, Honey decided to seek revenge. He started planning Hemant's murder and waited for the right moment to act. This opportunity came when Hemant left his home with cash to meet Honey, marking the beginning of a tragic series of events that ended in multiple deaths. Thus, what began as a quest for a second-hand bike spiraled into a story of betrayal, greed, and violence, involving not only Hemant, but also his closest friends and their families. I went out to buy a second-hand bike. Meanwhile, Honey Dubey secretly invited his other friends to the Megma jungle under the pretense of a bike-buying party, without informing Hemant. Honey arrived there with Hemant on his scooter. Once there, they started a beer party. However, one friend, Sanskar, wasn't present. Honey Dubey lured his two other friends, Hrithik and Lokesh, into his plan by enticing them with the money Hemant had referred to as zizizes. Honey then seized an opportunity, picked up a beer bottle, and struck Hemant hard on the head. The bottle broke as it hit Hemant, injuring him. Before Hemant could understand what was happening, Honey attacked him multiple times with the broken bottle. Hemant fell to the ground, writhing in pain. Afterward, Honey Dubey took zizizin from Hemant's pocket, which he shared among his friends Hrithik and Lokesh, though he kept most of it for himself. He also took Hemant's 2 mobile phones, switched them off, and kept them. Hemant's breathing had stopped entirely by this point. In an attempt to hide the identity of the body, they poured petrol over Hemant's corpse and set it on fire. The 3 of them then returned home. Upon reaching home, Honey Dubey confessed everything to his mother, Poonam. Poonam Dubey was no ordinary woman. She devised a sinister plan to conceal her son's crime. She instructed Hrithik to take Hemant's phone to Indore and use it to call Hemant's father, demanding a ransom of 5 million rupees. Lured by the money, Hrithik did exactly as instructed. However, a question arises: who killed Hrithik? When asked, Poonam explained that while the police were searching for Hemant, Hrithik was also missing because he had gone to Indore, which made the police suspect him. After returning from indoor, Riddick and Lokesh began blackmailing Poonam for a share of the ransom money. When they took the blackmail too far, Poonam plotted to eliminate both of them. Following her plan, on May 25th, Honey Doobie and another friend, Sanskar, took Lokesh towards Negma under the pretense of giving him money. They stopped at Nanak Hedi petrol pump on the way and had Lokesh bring them a 2-liter bottle of petrol. They then took him to the area near Negma's stop dam, where they attacked him with knives, killing him. They took 2 million rupees from his pocket. They then called Riddick on the pretext of giving him money, picked him up on their scooter, sent him to Nanak Hedi petrol pump to bring petrol, and finally took him to Patel Nagar Bridge. There, Honey and Sanskar strangled him with a bedsheet and hit his head with a stone, killing him. They poured petrol on Riddick's body and set it ablaze. Hemant's family had previously accused the police of negligence. Many questioned why the police, even with the suspects in their sights, didn't extract the truth sooner. 2 murders were committed before the second round of questioning, and Hemant had already been killed by then, raising doubts about the police's role in the matter. Meanwhile, Poonam Doobie shocked the police with another revelation. She said that if she and her son had not been caught, they would have eliminated Sanskar too, as he was the last person who knew the truth. Eventually, based on statements, evidence, and witness testimonies provided by Poonam, Honey, and Sanskar, the session court declared this a rarest of the rare case. The court sentenced Poonam Doobie, Sanskar, and the minor accused Honey Doobie to life imprisonment. This was the first instance where a minor received a life sentence. Honey Doobie was found guilty of murdering 3 friends and concealing evidence. Friends, the purpose of sharing this story is not to hurt anyone or cause distress, but to make you aware and alert. What are your thoughts on this incident? Please share them in the comments. If you appreciated our efforts, like and share this video. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Thank you.